The Formal Gamer, podcast for those with exquisite taste.
Welcome to Season 6 of The Formal Gamer. The University of Eolus has produced some peculiar pupils, but none more peculiar than Gorrus, Farven, and Sot Rue. They face an assignment unlike any other: to uncover the secrets of class and discover the origins of the dragon cults. Will they pass or fail? Will they live or die?
Hi guys, welcome to episode 8 of season 10 of the Formal Gamer podcast. As always, thanks for the nice messages and the sort of comments on Facebook and Twitter. Always really appreciated. I'm just going to play for you now an ad, like a little drop trailer for another podcast called the Midlun D&D podcast. It's made by a listener who's been listening for absolutely ages, who I often chat to on Twitter. So give it a listen and maybe check them out if you want to. But more important than any of that is that you enjoy the episode.
Welcome to Midlun, a Dungeons & Dragons That You Play podcast, and you know the drill because you are listening to a D&D podcast right now. So, yes, we sit around, we roll dice, we pretend to be fantastical creatures and beasts, whilst the players try to send me, the DM, crazy. Hi, my name's Oliver, or it was Oliver, I don't know what it is anymore. You can find us at your local podcast provider. Just type in Midlun, Middlon, because we all love double Ds. I had a catchphrase. Oh yes, that's it. Midlun, because reality was too hard. I'm not sure about it, actually.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Formal Gamer podcast. Last episode we had gone into another realm, a castle realm. You had emerged into one of the towers. You'd made your way rather stealthily and then ditched the stealth and just opened the doors to the bigger tower, which was along the rampart.
The rampart?
The Ramto, the rampart. One of 4 towers, 3 smaller ones and 1 larger one. You had made your way there, opened up, and inside you saw a giant bell. You tried to pretend to be the bell inspectors. It just didn't work, rather unfortunately, and I, as the DM, was rather upset that it didn't work. However, you are now in there, and the guards appear to have been alerted, and the last thing we left it, rather than using the gong hammer, they actually used the gong to start hitting the bell and ringing it out. So,
more importantly,
it's funny how misspeaks from the, what do you call that?
Yeah, nice one. Yeah, nice one. Yeah.
I really evidenced that point.
Yeah.
When the DM misspeaks, it can have a real impact on the...
Can't it just? And more importantly, last episode...
In fact, just ask Prawl.
Yes, exactly. More importantly, we learned lots of things about the magic reality that we are at the moment.
Yes, you did. So you
Bonded
took...
to.
It's more real than we thought, because things exist outside of it, or can exist outside of it.
Yes.
But it still seems to be fully constructed.
Yeah, these people don't seem like real people or a different
And time
plane.
passes completely differently. For every 10 minutes we spend in here, only 1 minute has passed outside. Mm-hmm. So though we've been in here for a full day, it looks like she who will not be named in front of Sot Rue has only been out there for like an hour.
Yes.
And now is hanging out with Prawl.
Yeah, now she's teaching Prawl how to be a blood witch.
Prawl has to be a blood witch. All right, bye.
So yeah, that's...
We come back out, and Prawl's like in robes. Like, some of the guys are like, oh no.
Yeah.
So you went to that village. The people were acting very strange. Now, it could be that they are just remarkably stupid, but there's some things that just didn't really seem to add up there. roll me an insight, everyone. If we're
bloody
going to
will.
because we didn't really sort of
I wish mine was
analyze what had happened there.
7.
10.
19.
Oh, God.
20.
Oh, sorry.
20.
That's
Not natural.
Not natural.
It's an 8, not a 6.
Right, Gorrus, so you're thinking back to the village. Everything that Farven says seems, right on. How could it be that these people don't seem to remember any of their families or anything like that? How could it be? And was this in the real world? Was it not? Thinking about, you think there are a couple of options. It could have just been in all your imagination, but taking it out, why would the person still exist? Mm. Which leads you to to consider, right, it could be somewhere else in the world. It could be a portal to another place.
We're inferring this, aren't we? Yes.
Yes, it could be a
The
portal.
DM's implying.
Yes.
Yeah, it could be another place. But these people, why then are they acting so weird? Are they constructs? Are they magical constructs that have just been placed somewhere else in the world? You consider, yes, it could be that. It could be that for some reason the area of influence of magic around this place extends out into these outer rooms, the one where Una was waiting and setting up the fire. So you're not sure. Those are the options. Well, they are some of the options. And what you've gone through, the things that you have considered, they do seem to require perhaps maybe a bit of further testing if you really want to push that over. How much further could you take someone outside? Are these people real, or are they just constructs? You think that perhaps that is a thread that you could pull if you feel that it would further your aim to rescue the other villagers, or work out what you're doing in this place to getting towards the actual tomb itself.
But before we do that, let's inspect this bell.
Right, yes. So, where we left you, the gong had hit the bell and there was a loud ringing noise. Sot Rue, as you stand there, you notice that the immensity and the size of this bell, the sound that they've just made rings out. You can see the people in front of you slightly shrink back at the sound. I mean, this is a loud ringing bell. And you're looking at it, and what they've hit it with was, as you say, gong. You get the secondary noise from that. This is something that perhaps could be used in this room. It is a loud noise. Okay. Whether or not that attracts more people here, you don't know, but you might have already sort of passed that point. Right. Now, I believe yourself, Raven, are going to have to roll initiative, because it appears as if the guards are slightly unhappy with what has been going on here.
Oh, no. I have rolled a 5 on the dice, and my initiative is 4, giving me an initiative total of 9.
Yeah, I'm lower than you.
What are you?
I am a ranger.
Nope.
No, he wants to know his initiative.
My initiative
I was
is
not even a
4.
ranger.
In total? Right, it goes Raven, the guards, and then Sot Rue.
So, back into the antechamber?
Oh, well, let's see how this pans out.
Oh, yeah.
And then maybe we'll go back with the pigs.
Yeah.
Question.
Yeah.
Sot Rue and I are next to each other.
Yes.
How close to the guards did we get?
You're a movement away.
Like 5 feet.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're very close. You're
So-
inside a bell room with them.
I am going to...
Of course.
So there are 4 guards.
4 guards, yes.
So the one...
2 of them are further away, the other side of the bell. 2 of them are your side of the bell.
So the one closest to me, I'm going to attack with my rapier.
Okay, so...
Non-lethally.
Yep.
And because I'm standing next to Sot Rue, I'm going to use a sneak attack. So I can deal 1... If I do hit, I can deal an extra 1d6 damage.
Right.
Haven't
So
they
you can
seen you already?
Yeah, but the sneak attack rules say... once per turn, you can deal an extra damage to one creature you hit with an attack if you have an advantage on the attack roll. You don't need advantage if another enemy of the target, i.e. Sot Rue, is within 5 feet of it.
That's interesting.
It's cool, isn't it?
I feel like just calling it sneak attack is just a misnomer, really. But
Yeah. It's not a
It's
stealth
a sneaky
It's
attack.
a sneaky attack rather than
Oh, God.
a
That's-
backstab.
So I don't think it's going to hit. That is 13 to hit.
that, unfortunately, is not a hit.
Okay, I'm going to use a bonus action to disengage,
Okay.
and I'm going to...
Run away!
what's in the rest of the room? Is it just a giant bell?
There's a giant bell. So underneath the bell is a
Discarded gong.
discarded gong. There is a hole leading down to a floor below you. There is also one side of the room a set of stairs that appear to be going down.
I'm going to disengage from my adversary and use my movement to see if I can go down the hole.
So I'll let you disengage and disengage down into the hole because I mean you're that close, really.
Okay.
So you drop down the floor below.
Yeah.
Okay. You find yourself in what appears to just boxes, that kind of stuff. Just look like mechanical parts and things in there. You can see the stairs leading down from the floor that you've just dropped down from that lead to this, and they seem to be going down further to a level below that as well.
Why do I think that there's a hole?
Sorry?
In the floor. In that case.
You don't know. Could be anything. Could be maintenance. There are some ladders and things in here. You think maybe they might lower the bell down to this gap and just do the stuff there. You don't know.
And how high is it to go back up the hole?
It's just a normal room height.
Oh, fucking hell.
It's almost like dropping down to
I?
random holes. Like
So
I've gone down to another floor. The only way back up is the stairs.
well,
And there's no point being in the floor below either.
well,
So there's two
Investigate.
doors in the room as well that appear to be parallel to the ones above.
Okay. Well, I guess that's my go done now. Or
So yeah, because you've done your attack action, you've done your bonus action, and you've
done my movement.
Done your movement down into the floor. You can move around further if you want to move out the way of the hole. I can let you.
So
I can let you do
I
that.
suppose you jump down the hole in the middle of the room.
Yeah.
Right.
so is that underneath?
Brave.
Is that underneath the bell?
Yeah.
The hole. Okay.
I just thought it's so fucking unusual to have just like a hole.
Just jump down it.
So
If you see a well, shout down it. If you see a hole, jump down it.
it's a puzzle room. You guys suck.
what did you think was going to happen?
I thought there would be something down there they were protecting, or that
I
magic.
thought more guards were going to attack you.
Yeah,
Yeah, I really thought you were going to come.
I thought you were just going to go into a room full of guards and be like, oh, whoops. I thought you did quite well there.
I'm gonna
Best outcome was nothing.
You
Yeah.
can re-hide.
I'm gonna yell. I'm gonna go, "Hey, you guys can't get me!" No, in my voice.
All right.
Hey, you guys can't come get me. Look what I found. I'm kicking your stuff, and I kick a box.
Is that persuasion?
I would be so angry by
I'll
that.
tell you what, if the bell inspector showed up, jumped through a hole, and then kicked my stuff, I'll be like, I'm reporting this inspector.
Well, I'm gonna go with
These
the bell
boxes
company.
are looking pretty dusty, and you don't have all the parts you need.
Right. So these guys are there. They've got little round shields, short swords. There's two near to you, Sot Rue.
Okay.
One of whom Raven tried to attack. The other two are the other side. One of the ones, in fact, both of the ones next to you attempt to attack. One that's never going to be a hit. And nope, so they both come up and they both try and stab at you, but you just push them back with your ball hand. Push one back with your ball hand, he skids sort of backwards another 5 feet. The other one you just hit and sort of backhand away from you. The other two, one of them, he got out his shield, but he now searches around for the gong banger, or whatever you call that implement that people bang gongs with, and just continues to start hitting the bell. And you can hear that ring come out every time he hits it. A little bit of little sort of
A gong mallet.
gong. Is that what it is?
Apparently so.
You just looked it
I'm
up.
looking at the gongshop.com. They're different types of
I
gong
mean,
mallets.
like, kudos to anyone running the gongshop.com.
Free sponsorship.
So he uses the gong mallet to hit, and the
Fancy an
little,
11-inch mallet.
and you can see everyone wince in the room every time the bell sort of rings. You can hear shouts coming from the central bit in the castle, and you can sort of, from outside, you can hear some movement, that kind of stuff.
Okay. So just to clarify, like exactly where I am and the guards are. So
You're pretty much directly next to the doors that have led out onto the rampart. There's a bell in front of you with a hole in the floor, and there are two guards either side of you, and one guard moving round behind the other guard, and another one standing there hitting the bell.
Okay, so one hit the bell, one near the back as well, and then two in front of me. Mm-hmm. So one can attack me from the front, and one potentially can.
Both
move
are
to my
attacking you
side.
from your sides. One for the left, one for the right.
Okay, so it's just the bell in front of me then?
Yep.
Okay. If I was to step back into the entrance, would only one of them be able to reach me, or is it a big entrance?
The rampart, no, you think but 2 people. It's wide enough for 2 people.
They might get an
so
opportunity attack
regardless,
as well if you move.
I'm blocked in kind of thing. The only way is backwards.
Yeah, you
and
could
I could still be attacked from both sides.
You could disengage, well, from the front, yeah. You could disengage backwards and move backwards, yeah.
Okay.
If you wanted to onto the rampart.
I am going to rage. Because I'm quite annoyed by all the sound and attacking. And I'm going to attack... Did Raven attack one of them successfully?
Unsuccessfully.
Oh, unsuccessful. Okay, doesn't matter then. Who do I... can I do a perception check to see who I think is potentially weaker or more dangerous?
Potentially weaker?
Yeah.
Do it.
Whether one looks a bit bigger or stronger.
I'll tell you what, do a perception check and you might be able to glean some ideas about them.
And also... 3, no, I don't know much.
Right. A 3, no. So looking at them, the one on the left, very looks like quite oily, sweaty sort of skin, quite hair, quite tied back in a little bun. Very oily though. Looks like we'll call him Oily Soldier, shall we?
It's very dirty.
Yeah, dirty, not very nice person. Your cleanliness wouldn't really behold that. The one on the right, clean cut, shaved head, long beard. And the third person, you can't quite see the person who's ringing the bell, but the other one, bit more heavily armoured, this guy. Okay. One big armoured shoulder pauldron.
Okay.
Hands up, Mira, yes?
Yeah. Presumably Gorrus and Farven Tarquin would have heard the bell.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
What's
yeah.
happening?
Okay.
We're not involved. We didn't do this.
If they're from where they are, they could probably just see into the room and see what's happening.
Yeah, we watched all of it, didn't we?
Yeah.
Boris?
Fascinating.
Yeah, I know. I was like, that's exactly how I thought it would go down.
Yeah.
And it did, and I'm still surprised.
I was 99% sure she was climbing his head, she said, magnificence! And I thought, when it happened, I thought, yeah, that makes sense.
Right, so you guys, Farven and Gorrus, you're a double movement away along the rampart, backing of the room. Up to you.
Oh, can I not take my turn?
No.
Because I raged, but I didn't actually...
Oh, yeah, you raged.
Yeah.
You didn't actually say what you were
You
going to
don't
do.
get any turns anymore.
No.
You stand there.
Yeah, so what's your poison? What's your choice?
Okay, is it worth mentioning that my rage gives me resistance to bludgeoning?
I do know that, yes.
Cool.
Yes.
Just thought I'd
And
mention.
piercing.
Well, yeah.
And
I was going to
slashing.
finish, but Abu said he knows. So I would like to attack the dirty one.
The oily skinned one.
Yes,
Sure
because
thing.
that's enraged me further.
You made it. Not only is he attacked you, but you made a moral judgment on him.
Are you
Yes.
normal attacking or reckless
I discriminated.
Yes.
attacking? You
Good
normal
question.
attacking or reckless attacking?
No, I'm normal attack.
Rex
No,
attack.
I'm normal attacking
Yeah.
because it gives them advantage. I don't know that. I got a 3. 3 plus 6, 9.
Unfortunately, that's not going to be a hit.
And I get
So you
one
try and-
extra attack
Yeah, he gets 2
per
attacks on
round.
the turn now.
Yep, the first one you sort of push forward, I assume with your ball hand then?
Yeah.
Which is your right hand, is it?
Yes.
Right, ball hand. He manages to parry up with his shield, block the brunt of the force.
14 plus 6, 21.
That'll...
No, sorry, 20.
Traditional
For some reason I had 7 in my head.
Quick maths! That's a hit.
Ooh, hoo-hoo.
What does rage add? Does it add more damage?
Yes, plus 2 on melee attacks, but I was going to roll first.
Oh, right.
What is
So
it?
1d8. Okay, so 1d8.
A 1.
So I got a 1 plus 5.
Plus the extra 2, or?
Well, I get plus 3 for
Yeah, so
blunt,
so rage
and then I
is
get
plus
plus 2,
5.
so it's 6.
Right, so 6 damage.
It's pretty good.
Okay, so total damage was...
Oh, it's just 6. No, just 6. That's actually 6.
It was a hard 6.
Yeah, hard 6.
It was a hard
Six.
6.
I would have said a soft 6.
A strong
Yeah.
6.
Was it mild 6 maybe?
Soft 6.
Okay. It's a
Right,
soft
so
It was an
you,
immense 6.
you punch him with your ball hand.
Yes.
He tries to parry.
Oh,
you
well,
with my
actually,
ball
my first
hand?
attack was in my ball hand.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
maybe then
You do
it'll
like
be
a
the
double
spike.
punch. So
Oh,
it's like in boxing where you punch, then quickly punch
Oh,
straight
okay.
again. So you punch
Like
it,
two
he blocks
rubber
it,
punches.
and then you quickly put a second punch in. He tries to block it again, wasn't quite expecting it. Hits the corner of the shield and then punches him straight in the chest. He gets moved backwards about 5 feet, and you can hear a humph as all the air is expended out of his chest, and Yeah, 6 damage. Not bloodied, but definitely hurt him.
Nice.
Yeah. Right. For the moment, Farven and Gorrus.
Alright, Farven.
I suppose we should help Sot Rue, but I don't really want to fight these people.
No, but we have to go help Sot Rue.
Okay, you first.
One of us make sure no one comes in down the corridor. We can flank them and go to the door to make sure we get them from both sides.
What, the other side?
Isn't there the corridor we can go down and see if anyone's coming up to enter the room? I assume the only way into this room isn't the corridor.
Oh, what, you mean the antechamber room we just came from?
Do we not know do we not know where the other door to this room is? Because
It's on the opposite side.
Right. Okay. No, don't worry.
So it goes door, bell, door.
Okay. Sorry. I thought it was 90 degrees. That's my mistake.
No.
Okay. So one movement up to the doorway.
Yes.
Okay. And then...
Oh no. Sorry, it's double movement to the doorway.
Okay. I don't need to get within sort of that closer range really. I need to get within 60 feet of them.
Yeah. Yeah, you're within 60 feet. So
Okay. And then,
so one movement, and then that'll be 60 feet. Yeah.
then they need to roll.
What are you doing?
I'm doing Sacred Flame, and they need to roll a Dex check.
Okay.
One person. So I spot the oily guy because he looks like maybe he'll go up in flames easy.
So you see well, yeah.
I like that.
You see you see Sot Rue punch him backwards. He sort of stumbles backwards, bounces off the wall, comes back into view.
I put my fingers upon my sacred thing and go. Cold strike.
He rolls an 11.
And that is he's going to take 1d8 worth of radiant damage.
Right.
Which one of you is a d8? None of you.
So is that like coming down from the sky? Is it?
Yeah, through the building because. That was a dangerous manoeuvre. 8.
Wow.
Plus?
No, it's a spell.
Spell.
So, some radiant damage sort of
a hard
refracts down off the shiny bell and hits him straight in the face. You see him claw. He sort of drops.
Hang on a second, because I've reached 5th level. It might. 5th level, it does 2d8 worth of damage. I do apologise.
Sorry.
Plus 3, so 11.
So you see him claw at his face, drops his shield, drops his sword, claws at his face, drops to his knees, and then just ends up in a heap on the floor, sort of holding his face. You can hear screaming, and you can hear the sizzling of his face being burnt out.
Time to finish him off, Farven!
Bloody hell, I mean, he's burned his face off.
Time to attack Sot Rue!
I suppose so. I'm going to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter, and he has to make a wisdom saving throw. I shout out, "Have you seen the state of your face?"
Oh.
He doesn't pass. I would imagine that's...
He falls prone.
I mean, he's already prone.
Yeah, and he's incapacitated with laughter. At the end of each of his turns, each time he takes damage, his creature can make another wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Right. So that guy, I mean, yeah, he's basically out of it. He is done.
Laughing hysterically.
Yeah. He's in peace. I mean, it's a bit of a weird situation seeing somebody so grievously injured on their face.
He's screaming and laughing.
Yeah. In fact, he's laughing so hard he's basically vomiting. Like, it's horrible.
Well, that's good. I think that will raise the terror.
Right. Raven, the floor below, you can hear running coming down the corridors towards the two doors.
That's the sign of someone excited.
I'm annoyed at myself.
Why did you jump down the hole?
Because I thought it was a puzzle.
Why did you think this fight was a puzzle?
I don't know, because I just thought, why would there be a hole? Because,
I mean, it might be a puzzle.
Bell, bells always have
no,
holes
bells
below
are in a bell tower. You don't normally have a bell with a fucking floor. Anyway, I don't care about the bell. I do.
Yeah, no, we can tell. I mean, you didn't hide your lack of caring very well.
Actually, I think they do have holes underneath, generally.
Yeah, always.
No,
I think that's
it's
quite
in a
normal.
tower, isn't it?
Yeah, normally they have it in a tower. And like if you look at monk churches,
Yeah, just
I don't want to think.
they would always
I
have
a
the rope up.
hole beneath it to drop the rope
I don't
down.
want to talk about this anymore. So that I'm in a room. There's a corridor either side of the room.
Yes. With
And-
closed doors.
Which way can I hear them coming?
Both.
Both.
Yes.
I would like to, within my turn, push some boxes in the middle, climb up them, and go back up the hole.
I mean, there's a set of stairs you could run up.
Have I-
You can do the boxes though. Like,
Which would be quicker?
probably the stairs.
Okay. I run up the stairs.
Okay, you run up the stairs. As you
Sot Rue, I'm coming! No, Sot Rue, I'm coming.
As you run up the stairs, so you come up the stairs. It means you're kind of behind where. So the guy with the beard who hasn't been attacked, who's next to Sot Rue, he's got his back facing you. You can see a guy on the floor gripping onto his face, horribly laughing on the floor.
Sneak attack.
You can see. Just let me finish. There's a guy sort of tapping the gong mallet on the bell.
Yeah.
Okay. He's got a lovely white scarf around his neck, perhaps given to him by a lady of leisure, or not of leisure, but a lady of his acquaintance. He's there going. He's also got his back to you, and there is another person. Well, you can see the legs of another person on the other side of the bell who you can't quite get a good view on.
Who's closest to me?
Either bell mallet gong ringing guy or the bearded person.
I'm going to attack the bell mallet gong ringing white scarf cloth with lady lover guy.
Yep.
And I'm going to do a sneak attack. So if I do hit him, I get some extra damage.
Right.
And I'm going to...
Let's roll to hit.
Oh, what's that? 9 plus my 7. So 16 to hit.
That's a hit.
Yay! So I'm going to do a 1d8 roll. What's that? 6 plus 4. So that's 10. And I get to roll a 1d6 as well.
So describe to me, what are you attacking him with first? A knife? Your crossbow? What are you doing?
I pull out my rapier.
Rapier. Okay.
And then I...
But obviously it's a quiet shing because we don't want him to be alerted to you coming up.
I pull out, yeah, it goes shring,
Shing.
shring. And then I, using the swiftest, most silent move, I jab him in the buttock.
Which one? The left or the right?
Left, obviously. And I'm using my left hand.
So remove 2 points because that's your weak hand.
No, I'm showing off because of my ability
So
with
you
it.
miss and hit the bell.
Yeah.
No, I've rolled a hit.
Well, it's your left hand. though.
Guys, don't be jealous because I'm ambidextrous because I trained myself.
That's not so impressive if you're ambidextrous.
So I'm ambidextrous
right-handed
because I trained myself.
You're not right-handed.
It's not
then.
naturally
You're not
ambidextrous.
right-handed then.
And that's 13
Right, total damage.
total damage.
Right, okay.
But non-lethal.
Sorry?
Non-lethal.
How do you stab someone in the buttock with a rapier? Wouldn't it be long?
You do it along, like you pierce the buttock. You like
You
kebab.
right, buttock kebab then, or like
No, you slash it.
Slash it.
Not the rapier.
Is it?
Like a Zorro, maybe. Like I put an R in his buttock.
For rape. Yeah.
For Raven!
Oh, I thought it would be rapier.
I was trying to spell rapier, but the R and the I didn't fit on at the end.
Oh dear. Right.
Off everyone, yeah.
Oh,
Is that
right, okay. So yeah, you pop up upstairs. You sort of just. In fact, it is stealthy, but it's more the speed rather than the quietness that is the stealth. You move over and you do a quick flick, 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 and cut through the guy's
Pantaloons?
why not? Yeah, you cut through his blue pantaloons, and you cut an R into his bum. I mean, you say it is non-lethal, but there is a large amount of blood coming out of this guy's bum now, and he is again like everyone else. Like he just drops his shield and his sword, and both hands on his bum, and just wailing. This
Ding
guy,
dong, honey. Bottoms up.
terribly injured.
Inspiration point,
Terribly
please.
injured. No. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I think you might
Like
get
the
one
more
if you
you,
stop
the more
asking.
you make it obvious you want them, the less he wants to give them out.
I mean,
You
quite
have to act like
clearly.
you don't even care.
I should act like Jules and just fart and get 7.
Well, that's not quite how that happened, but
So is that how I got my
close.
inspiration point? I farted and got 7. I mean, I don't even know what I mean. Sorry, I farted and moved the dice and rolled a 7. What's that
You don't need
mean?
rating point for that. Depends
I
on
need to
what-
guff on the dice tray.
Whose go is it?
I mean-
Kill this fucking game.
right, okay. So
6 seconds to turn to the take.
yeah, Mira, you hear the doors bust open from below, and you can hear armoured footsteps coming from below towards the stairs, which you've just run up
say-
into the room.
I say, oh shit, Sot Rue, we got company coming from downstairs. I'm going to guard the staircase.
You're gonna go what? Sorry.
Guard the staircase.
Okay. Right. So the guard next to you, Sot Rue, He rolls to attack you, and he rolls a 16. Well, his
I've got
total
7.
is a 16.
I've got 17 eggs.
Right, okay, yeah. So he stabs forward with the sword and doesn't manage to pierce your armour. The other guy coming around steps over his fallen comrade. This is the guy with the extra shoulder pauldron. Steps over his fallen comrade who's holding his face and comes forward to attack you as well. And that'll be a 22.
That's definitely a hit.
Right, okay.
The bell stopped ringing, I presume.
Yeah, the bell stopped ringing.
Okay.
That'll be 11 damage. So he comes forward, stabs. I mean, the sword sort of, I imagine, glints off your armoured hide, your stony hide, but manages to chip a little bit of stone, brings a run along the left side of your body.
Cool.
And then it's back over to you, Sot Rue.
Oh. I'm going to attack the... I'm going to attack the guy who just attacked me. The one with the shoulder armor.
Yes. Okay. Yep. Go for him.
Yeah, Tasha said his laughter guy's out of the equation now. Is that cocked or is it fine?
Yeah, it's fine. I don't know what it is.
4, I
That's
think.
You get a second attack.
4
though.
plus 10.
That's not a hit, unfortunately.
They
So
seem to have around somewhere between 13 and 16. I think 13 was a fail, but 16 was a hit. So I'm going somewhere in that range.
I'm going to use my extra attack.
yep. So you move forward. You glint the first thing off his shoulder pauldron, and the second one
17.
that is a hit.
Beautiful. What's the damage on that? 1d8 plus 5.
Yes. 8 plus
yes.
5.
That's it. That's what we like.
13.
Right. Again, just like before, little double punch. Again, it catches this guy unawares. This guy's standing a little bit further back. You punch him square in the chest. You can see his chest plate armor dent inwards, and he bounces backwards off the wall and staggers forward. And you can see blood running out of his nose as he comes towards you again. Gorrus and Farven, I let you decide who goes first and where.
Well, I went before you last time, so I'm right to carry on with that.
Yes, Gorrus, continue.
How close am I to the guy who's fighting?
30 feet.
30 feet? Well, I think maybe. Have I got room to 30-foot jump, try and attack him?
Through the doorway, yes.
Through the doorway. Oh, that's cold. Because there's a bit of foam in there. Oh, what have I got there?
5.
11. No, just landed the room.
Right, so
Actually, sorry.
you jump through. You happen to do it as Sot Rue's second punch comes through, and actually that second punch moves the individual with the extra armor out of the way. Farven, or in fact, unless you want to do anything else.
No, I'm going to stand there.
Nope.
I'm going to move 30 feet, fairly casually, to be honest. Again, Farven's just taking in
What's
the whole
up to the level where Gorrus is?
the whole scenario. Again, considering the fabric of this reality. He looks in the room. So what's the current play? We've got Gorrus who's just jumped through the door, basically. He's next to the bell.
Yes.
We've got... Where's Sot Rue? He's up kind of to the right of me, I guess?
Sot Rue's basically dead centre of the doorway.
Dead centre of the doorway. Gorrus has gone through the doorway.
So if you imagine a line going through a square through the centre of it, that's how the tower is sitting equal sides in and out of the castle.
Yeah, where's the guy that Sot Rue was hitting?
To your left. To the left of Sot Rue. So on the outer wall of the castle.
He's on the outer... Oh, yeah, okay, he's the outer wall side.
Yeah.
Okay, right, okay, fine.
And the stairs are on the inner wall side.
Is there someone else in this room at the back?
So there's the...
Who else is in this
There's
room?
chap on the floor who is Tasha's
Laughing, his face is
Laughing
burning.
greasy man.
Yep. There is a guy holding his arse the
downstairs.
other side of the bell.
No, he's...
No, he's
Oh,
not.
yeah, because you came up the floor.
Yeah, he's
yes,
the other
of
side of
course,
the bell.
yes, sorry.
There is the armoured guy, and there is another chap with a beard to the right of Sot Rue.
Okay, can I position myself so he's in between me and the bell?
Who?
The beardy
beardy
man.
guy.
No.
Oh, why
Unless
not?
you go into the room.
Oh, yes, okay.
But aren't me and Sot Rue in the doorway?
Yeah, so you're in the doorway. He's
Yes.
standing to Sot Rue's right, so he's like on.
He's just completely taking out the room.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Well, no, if you went into the room, but
That's what he said. If I go into the room, can I stand between him and the
but
bell?
you have to move past him to get the bell in between.
Yeah.
So
But if he went past him and engaged him, he
the thing is, I don't know the combat arena, if you will. Is it like a passive, like there's room enough for one person to walk past, or can I just walk next to him?
I mean, if you want to just stay within like close combat range, yeah, you can move into the room and get the bell behind him and be there. So you'd be moving past Sot Rue. It wouldn't be opportunity because you're staying there to do an attack. But if you want to move away and do a range,
I hold out my quarterstaff at arm's length. I kind of slide around Sot Rue. Walk forward, point at this beardy man, quarterstaff right pointing at his beard.
Right.
I pull my quarterstaff away.
Yep.
And I move my hand to make a shape and blow at him. I cast Gust.
Right.
I cast Gust on him. He has to make a strength saving throw or be pushed up to 5 feet away against 14.
That's not going to be a 14, yeah.
Okay, so I gust him back 5 foot away from me.
Okay.
I'm trying to blast him into the bell and the hole.
Right, yeah, so he knocks into the bell. Let's have a look, and he'll have to make an athletics to sort of stay up there. He doesn't, and he's proned and he's hanging on to the side of the hole.
Wonderful. So I try to blast him into the bell.
So yeah, he hits the bell. You hear a dong. Yeah. His head hits it. He falls down on the floor, and then he's sort of rolled, kind of half in, half out. He's sort of like leant over his upper half of his body up here, up on the top, Wonderful. And the legs dangling down.
I think that's the end of my go now.
Okay, right, back to Raven.
So I am gonna.
So you can hear footsteps in the room below you.
I say, I think I've yelled to the room, and hopefully Gorrus and Farven would have heard me yelling that there's people coming from downstairs.
Yep, I believe they would have, yes.
I am going to test a theory, which is that this bell is being protected, and there's a guy with a special scarf and a thingy, so I'm going to go to the guy whose bum is bleeding, pick up the bell thingy.
The gong mallet.
The gong mallet, and bash it myself.
Okay. What, like to just as hard as you can, just a little bit. What's the deal with that?
There is a fear you might summon more soldiers if this isn't the solution. Maybe just tap it at first and see what happens. We don't even know where the door is to get out of this room, to be fair.
I mean, I don't have any, I don't know if there'd be a skill check to see if I knew how to fucking ring a bell.
No, you just have to say what you want.
I'm just asking you what you want to do. It's not a skill check. I
want to do a hard hit.
Yeah, right. You hit that bell. It is loud. It's as loud as the first time they rung it. You hear it. See everyone in the room sort of wince a bit, and that's including Farven and in fact, Sot Rue, your ears. I'm not sure. Would I'm guessing that sound and stuff would
so loud, I can hear
loud noises would hurt you.
Loud noise would irritate me.
Yeah. So everyone, including yourself, winces. This is one loud fucking bell.
But nothing happens.
Well, not immediately. No.
Because we don't know whether the door may have clicked open, but we have no idea, do we?
Yeah.
I said, I'm keeping this mallet to one of you as polite to us.
Do I stop?
The guy on the floor holding his arm.
Yeah,
you stabbed me in the arse, you bitch.
What about the guy who's had his face burnt off and is laughing hysterically? Does he stop and go, oh, I'm terribly sorry?
Persuasion. Roll for persuasion. 16 plus 0.
Who are you talking to? The guy on the floor?
The room.
The room?
Yeah.
The room is no longer attacking.
Right, okay. So the guys that are engaged in combat completely ignore you. The guy who's holding his arse on the floor, he stays there and he's like, well, I'm clearly not attacking you. You fucking stabbed me in the arse, you bitch.
Hey, you're not dead, are you?
No! Didn't even have the heart to kill me.
It sounds like you're a bit butthurt.
How am I supposed to react to that?
How would he react to that?
How would James Bond's
He takes one of his hands out. He takes a dagger. So he takes a dagger out of his shoe and he rolls a 3 to stab you in the ankle. He misses. He tries to stab you in the ankle with a dagger.
It's so bad that he's gone out of initiative order.
Well, no, because that's Raven's turn, so it's actually his turn.
I run around the bell to the beardy guy. No, he's fallen up down the hole, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So I just.
So where you are, you've done you've done a minor action to hit the bell.
Yeah.
Okay, she's still got an attack.
You've still got your attack, yeah.
Finish someone.
I'm not. Well, I don't want to kill anybody.
Just punch them down the hole.
There's going to be bodies in a minute.
They live downstairs. We'll live upstairs, and we'll create a harmony. We'll draw the.
When you attack someone non-lethally, normally you knock them unconscious rather than kill them.
This guy's on the floor holding his bum.
Right, so he's dealt with.
He's not a threat.
He's bleeding heavily from his bottom.
Right. He's not going to get up in a hurry, is he?
He stabbed you in the ankle because you were really wailing on him.
I attack him with the pommel of my rapier, non-lethally.
In the bumhole again, or
No, just
is his weak spot
to knock him out.
in the bumhole?
17.
Yeah, that's a hit. Yep. And
Okay.
this is a non-lethal. You just want to knock him out, basically.
Yeah.
No, you don't need to roll for it. No, this guy is so badly injured. He was one away from death. So you hit him with the pommel. You sort of step forward as he tries to stab you with the dagger, and you bonk him on the head, and he sort of just collapses in a heap on the floor.
I said, sweet dreams, honey.
Ding dong. Yeah.
No, I don't.
No
That
bell
would be
joke?
stupid.
No? Right. Okay. Yeah. Obviously. Right.
That's the line.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake, DM.
Come on.
Fucking hell.
A bit of a clanger, come on.
It's the third clanger reference in that.
Do I get an inspiration point yet?
Oh, look, give Jules ones again.
Yeah, Jules, 20.
Everyone get one, but
20 inspiration points.
Whose turn is it now?
It's Beardman who
Big man.
he's
manages
down a hole.
he manages to climb up. He has a look around. He's like, "Oh shit!" and he drops to one knee and he jumps down the hole.
That's what I was trying to do all along. See, I'm on your side.
The armored guy standing there, and he goes. That's a 13. That's not going to be it. So he's sort of in a corner here. He attacks, and then that's a miss on you, Sot Rue, and then he uses movement to disengage and move backwards towards the door on the opposite side of the room.
Okay.
Farven, Sot Rue.
I think it was
Sot Rue,
yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so there's only, apart from the unconscious guard near Raven, there's only one guard currently in this room.
Yeah, the
with
one
us.
backing away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to step...
Oh, no, well, there's the guy laughing on the floor as well.
There's
Sorry,
two,
yeah.
there's two, there's
sorry,
two
I
guards.
did forget. I'm going to step towards the
Yep.
guard who stepped back.
Yep, you're
and
in the
I'm
melee
going
range.
to attack.
Go for it.
Punch his head off. Oh, shit.
I may have got a 1.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Right.
But luckily, I'm doing it.
Give the man some poison dice.
I don't know where the poison dice are.
There's one here you can use. There's one there you can use.
Okay.
Something
6.
Oh, 86. Sit the bed.
Take a pause, get the table. Formal gamer, housey rules. I think maybe we'll repost that. Or can we pin it on the Facebook page? I'm not sure.
No.
No. Too complicated. Right, okay. 86 anyway. As far as
Don't do anything you're not going to do.
Well, if I was allowed access to it, I might even be able to try.
You can't have access to it.
Well, you say these things like you'll name the episode. Anyway, right. You are level 5. Please roll me 5d10, Robin, and we'll work out what's happening.
Yeah, that's a D10.
So roll that one 5 times and let me know what the thing is.
There's 2. Just roll them 3. Yeah, roll them.
3, 0, 4.
That 0 is a 10. So 17, 2 more. 21, 24.
In total?
24 in total.
Okay. Right. Sot Rue, you go forward and you sort of run after this guy. You unfortunately trip and you catch your face on the side of the bell. It's quite a...
Is that because when Raven hit it started swinging slightly?
Yeah.
What a surprise.
That's bullshit. Let me tell you why.
Right.
You told us that when I hit the bell, it sounded as loud as the last time. So the same guy hit the same bell, the same as me, and it did not swing.
Yeah, no, it did swing, but now
Also,
he's walking past it.
if you had a fucking bell in there that swung, you would ring it with a fucking rope.
Don't look at me. Look at Danny.
I think they do ring it with a rope. That's why there's a hole in the floor so they can pull the rope.
There's no rope. Did you? Is there a rope?
There is a holder for one, but it's not attached.
So carry on.
Right. Anyway, you
Did
trip.
you ring it?
Because it's a fucking challenge room. What do you think the challenge is?
Just fucked up Sot Rue.
What do
He's
you?
supposed to be our friend.
What do you think the challenge is?
It's to not
Just
kill
answer
Sot
the
Rue off.
question.
It's to keep Sot Rue alive. What did you
He
do?
doesn't know, so he'll just shout louder. You carry on.
Sot Rue, you catch your teeth in this, you have done some horrible damage to your teeth. You fall down and you are prone and you are now hanging half in, half out of the hole below the bell, and you take 12 damage.
Oh Lord,
It's like my
Not too
son.
bad, actually.
you haven't got a son
I have his Sot Rue now.
now.
Killed him.
And just in case you're wondering, that's a 0.5% chance of that happening.
Nice.
Oh, so basically this is the result of a botch.
Yeah.
Not me the result of me hitting the bell. That's fine.
Maybe you should.
I mean, like,
what happens?
I listened, but I don't know why you would blame me in the narrative.
I didn't.
I added that in just to make it make some sense why the contract would run across the room face first into a bell. I thought it'd make some sense.
But if Raven had rolled a botch, fair enough.
Some things aren't about blame; they're about narrative sense.
Listen, I think we should carry on because this is all time wasting.
Right, you really fucked us up.
Right, sorry, I'm sorry. You're proned. You've botched proned on the floor, and you've done damage to yourself because you've
think
taken
Jules
a
is
swing,
having
you've
a
spun round,
seizure.
you've lost your foot, and you've hit into the bell, which was swinging, and your head hitting the bell
which
again
was
makes a
swinging.
massive ring, and everyone in the room, you can feel everyone in the room wince. Okay, but you can see everyone.
And I
In the room.
thought even the enemy's like, oh, I didn't like him, but
Right.
for that for him.
Farven and Gorrus.
Fair enough.
Oh, Gorrus, go help Sot Rue.
Well, there's still one living guy in here though who I'm in contact
The
with.
guy that was backing off that Sot Rue was trying to attack.
Yeah, so I think I
yes.
should probably finish him off first.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Do I go for Trident Stab or do I go for Sacred Flame? I'm going to go for Sacred Flame. I go, oh, God.
Did wisdom saving throws, isn't
down. No, Dex saving throw.
Oh, they are not good. Yeah, no, that's not. That's not.
Good,
They're not high
okay.
enough. I assume it was above 12.
Yeah, it was above 12.
Yep.
So, 3, 2, 5 damage.
Okay.
And I'm going to use
How does that manifest itself?
it's the light beaming down.
Oh right. Okay. Yep.
That comes through the surface. He gets no benefit for being inside. And then, is there an angle that I can use to jump to try and get to the top of the stairs?
While the bell's swinging, definitely. As long as you time it right.
Or can I just run to the side slightly? and
With
jump
the
across?
way. Yeah. Yeah.
Isn't it weird that they designed a bell tower that when the bell swings, it hits everyone on the same floor, is it?
Whoever designed this is a fucking idiot. And I tell you what, he should never be allowed back on the podcast ever again.
Never talked about the bell swing.
Whoever made a dynamic combat room, which is really interesting, he should fuck himself right up. Quite frankly. How dare he make our play dynamic and interesting!
We were with Gorrus, were we?
So can I go for that corner?
You reckon if you went basically straight up, roll me an acrobatics, just to see
funny.
how successful you are at this, because you are jumping over a bell. So
17 plus acrobatics for 21.
right, so yeah, you don't.
I'll just spring off the bell.
So you don't have an angle. You wouldn't traditionally have an angle which you could jump. However, you jump
Can
at
I
a sort
ride
of
the bell for a second?
45-degree angle. You jump
Love
up,
riding the bell.
grab onto the rope that's holding the bell with two hands, swing round it a couple of times, legs out as if you're sort of like in a perpendicular to the bell, and then you fly off and land down next to Raven near the top of the stairs.
I meant none of that. Okay, guys, if they start coming up the stairs, I'll try and fend them off. I've got new powers.
Vegetable growth.
I'm going to use my... I'm going to throw aubergine, watermelon, pumpkin.
I think Sot Rue actually said that.
I think I'm prone on the floor.
You can still say it.
So Farven.
Farven walks over to Sot Rue and helps him up. Sot Rue, you've got to be careful of your face. I know it's strong, but you don't want to bend it out of shape.
Thanks, Farven.
You are very close to the guard that was backing off as well now.
Okay. So I'll go.
Has Sot Rue landed any successful attacks on that guy?
Not that guy.
Not that guy, no.
Okay, so that's
others-
the first damage I've done is the
Yeah.
beam of light.
Yeah.
He's the one with the armour.
Yeah, the extra
Yeah,
armor.
shoulder armour.
I thought he crunched him, didn't he?
Oh no, I did. The one with the, no, this isn't the one with the extra arm. It's the first one.
I blew the
Oh, no, you
baby
did-
guy
you
down
did-
the hole. And
yeah.
that guy with the extra armour. You
Yeah, you know you did. You
whacked
crunched
once.
it. Yeah, you did.
Oh,
You did 5
sorry,
damage.
no,
yeah.
you're
You
right. No,
dented
sorry, I did.
his plate mail. Yep.
6 damage, I think it was.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna help
Yeah, it
Sot
was.
Rue up.
Okay.
and I'm going to. Can I can't. It's Sot Rue far away from me, so is that a movement and then helping him up? Is that my turn?
Movement to Sot Rue.
Yeah.
I'd say minor action to give him a hand up. Why not?
I'm going to cast a minor illusion.
Right.
I'm going to cast a sword dancing in the air, pointing towards the man with the armour.
Right, okay, right, yeah.
Okay.
Dancing, that's successful. Does he have to roll to see if he knows it's an illusion? Or?
Yes, I think so.
Wisdom.
Investigation check against my spell save DC, so that's 14.
Okay, so I've rolled for him, and I will. We'll see how that pans out next time.
Okay.
Right, Raven, up to you. So at this point, you can now, looking down at the bottom of the stairs, you can see another words, teeth in. Another section, let's say another section of people coming up the stairs. Another section of what appears to be the castle defence coming up the bottom of the stairs.
Okay, so I would like to take my bag of ball bearings and cast it down the stairs.
Right.
Nice.
Yep. I'm assuming you don't need to roll
I think
for that.
it's just a 5-foot area, but so hopefully it just lands.
I see. Is to make this slippy for them to get up, is it?
Yeah, so they kind of are at disadvantage or difficult terrain.
To add some Gorrus form in there, and you've got a real conundrum.
As an action, you can spill these tiny metal balls from their pouch to cover a level area, 10 feet square. So I guess if I put them on the stairs, they'll just...
You put them at the top of the stairs and
the
back
top
up.
step,
yeah,
and back up. A creature moving across the covered area must succeed on a DC 10 Dex saving throw or fall prone.
Okay, yeah, sure. So you put them at the top of the stairs. If you go down onto the sort of top stairs and cover that area as well, let's say, I don't see why that would be an issue. So the sort of upper part of the stairs and the first few stairs going down are covered with ball bearings.
And then I'm going to back up out of the way of the stairwell. Is Sot Rue okay now?
He's up and standing, with the assistance of Farven.
It's taking some damage.
I haven't got any healing stuff.
So
I've got healing, I can learn him later.
I'm still quite alright, to be honest.
Okay.
I've got a lot of life.
So I think that's my move. That's my go.
Yep, okay, right, okay. The chap with the armour continues to back out, and he backs out onto the rampart that leads towards the tower, which was opposite side of this castle place. You see another few guards come up as they're going up. So what was the save throw they have to do with the ball bearings?
DC 10.
Okay. The first one takes care, walks forward, and ends up right next to Gorrus. And goes to attack Gorrus with a short sword. Doesn't manage it.
Right.
Gorrus sort of does his froggy thing and gets out of the way. Yeah.
Sometimes when you try and attack him, he just turns to jelly in chainmail. It's like you can't get purchase on him.
Right. The next person who comes to the top of the stair botches.
Brilliant.
That seems pretty good.
And he's done from ball bearings.
Yes.
Yeah, so that was he's botched the save on the
Perfect.
ball bearings. Something 8. 68. So I believe that's just a botched fall prone, which he would have done anyway. But let's turn that into... So he slips at the top of the stairs, he rolls back down, and the next person on the stairs is now going to have to do a similar dex saving throw to stop a cascade of people down the stairs, which he doesn't do, and the second person falls over as well.
This is perfect.
The last person on the stairs manages to sort of jump up and jump over and keep his feet. He then moves forward and manages to get to the top of the stairs where he is left standing.
How many of them are on the stairs?
So there's 2 proned down the bottom of the stairs,
Right.
and there are 2 at the top. One within melee
How long
range
are the
of
stairs?
Gorrus. A flight of stairs, a normal...
So like 10 foot?
yeah, well, the height of a room, yeah. So
Okay, cool. So everyone's contained within a 15-foot cube, you might say.
Yep.
Interesting event. It's good to know. Is it my turn?
It's Sot Rue's turn. In fact, the other guy backed off, so yes, it is Sot Rue's turn.
Have I lost rage now because I was knocked prone?
Yes,
I don't know if you lose it if you're prone.
Because
Oh, it's charmed.
Because I did attack.
Yeah,
in my
You
blue
did
sword.
attack, but you weren't successful. I think you keep it.
It ends early if you're knocked unconscious or if your turn ends and you haven't attacked a hosile
Yeah, he
creature.
attacked.
He did attack. Yeah, so you attacked.
you're
Okay,
fine.
so I'm
just
still
missed,
okay.
yeah.
So I can now see 2 people in front of me. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I'd like to attack the guy.
No, two people. Yeah, two people. Farven and
I've definitely hidden behind him.
Yeah.
It's Farven, the guy that's backing
So
up.
what about the guy
There's two people the other side of the bell over where Gorrus jumped near the top of the stairs.
Yeah, I've got a separate situation. There's one of the original 4 still up in this room.
Sorry. Oh, okay, because he's not. I was thinking he was here. Okay.
Yeah.
The guy in front of me then. Mm-hmm. I would like to attack him again.
Do it.
Is he outside yet now?
Yes, he's on the rampart.
So you're running outside of the room onto the rampart, the castle
Chase him
walls.
down. Don't let him get away.
Oh,
18, 19. Yeah, that's a hit every day of the week.
I can't see what
it's 19.
Okay. 19.
Roll it up. 1d8 plus 5.
8 plus 5. 13.
And then you get another attack on him.
That's not a hit.
No, that's the damage.
Oh, damage, sorry. Yeah, sorry, you were looking at me 13 and I was like...
You're going to take the damage off his health and we're going to find out whether he's dead or not.
Right, okay, so that's 13 damage. Right, you punch through. You hit his outer chest armour. Basically, you see an explosion of sort of like metal and meat come out the sides, and you feel like you have made that breastplate flat, basically, in the centre. There is a dome-shaped divot in it. And he collapses to the floor.
Okay.
Just in absolute pieces.
Okay.
All the while, you can hear laughter still ringing out behind you for the guy that's proned on the floor.
Okay. And did I made a movement to get to him? So that's my go's gone, I guess.
Yes, so you're outside of the room now on the rampart. Looking past him, you can see more guards coming from the tower that was opposite where you started. As in, yeah.
So from where we get the tower we came?
The one opposite it, on the other side of the castle, yes.
So in front of you now, right?
Okay.
In front
In front of
Sot
you,
Rue.
there are other...
So he's caved this guy in and he sees the door open up.
On the opposite.
Yeah, it's basically a mirror image of what's... The castle.
Yeah, no, I was just checking that I'm not on the rampart where we came from. I'm on the other one.
No, you're on the other one,
Yeah,
yes.
so these are new, okay.
New
From a
soldiers
place.
running towards you, yeah.
Okay.
None of these guys have shields. They just have what appears to be longer swords.
Okay, cool.
And head armour.
Okay, cool.
It's me, sorry.
And it's Gorrus and Farven.
Right. So I'm at the top of the stairs. with
You
them
are.
all. I start looking down at them all and I'm like, oh my god, this is a perfect chance for... And I crouch down this little thing, jump up and land and go,
In common, Gorrus said Thunderwave.
If your theory is correct and this is an adventure for Gorrus the Frog,
Yes.
that could be the perfect spell.
Is that your theory, is it?
No, it's not. It's Raven's theory.
Right. Okay.
Raven's
Right,
theory is that
so-
you've gone through his character sheet, room by room.
So
Perhaps I've gone through all of your character sheets.
none of you have worked out how to use your powers efficiently. I need... I don't make any D... I don't
What do
make
you
a
need?
roll. A D8.
Do I need to roll, or is it just...
You need to roll.
What do I need
So,
to roll?
Hang on, I need to roll the damage first. So 7, 3, 10, 7, 17 plus 5, 22. So if they don't make a Constitution saving throw, they fly back 10 feet and take 23 damage. If they do, they don't fly back and they take 12 damage. Take 11 damage.
Yeah, that's powerful.
So, sorry, what's the save I need to make? Just...
Constitution.
Yep. 17, 15, botch, and a 2.
So one saves.
15, botch, and 2. So, what did they have to beat?
13.
So 17, 15, 1 and 2.
Oh, sorry, 15.
So the two on the top, as I was going in order of the ones nearest to you, the two on the top who are standing up, they save. The two who are prone and on the stairs, one of them botches.
He takes 22 damage.
So is this just a wave of sound, is it?
Thunder.
yeah.
Thunder damage.
Thunder.
So, like,
Yeah.
some crackle of lightning in there a little bit as well.
Yeah.
This is the loudest fight
Shocking.
ever.
Yeah, this is
Then
one.
that sound goes 300 feet in every direction.
That bell's...
Oh, the bell's being rung as well, because
Right.
the horse goes in
Yeah.
a 15-foot cube, so the bell's being smashed back and forth.
Okay, hang on one
If
second.
they weren't coming to the tower, they are now!
Right, every one of you except for Sot Rue roll a d6. And I can tell you now that the two people down the bottom, their ears have exploded. They're basically, their heads have exploded. They're like, sound-wise, they are fucked. They are dead. They are on the floor. There is just blood, matter, and their heads have just basically imploded with...
It's like, Oh, Jesus, that's a terrible thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Said
What a shame. Ah, well.
2, 5. Right, the guys in front of you, you see them cower in the sound that has come from this bell, and they take a separate amount of damage as well.
Right.
Okay,
Next time I'll cast it at a higher level.
nice.
So
Because that was at
rolls.
the maximum I could do.
What did you roll on your d6?
4.
Take 4 damage.
Oh,
Two.
wonderful.
Take 2 damage.
Fuck's sake, Gorrus! Why are my ears ringing?
Why?
5. I
Who
took
said-
5 damage.
who said that? Pencil.
Thank you.
Did you? You didn't take any.
No, because I'm outside.
That's a good spell.
Thank you. That's the end of my turn.
Farven. You've got 2 people who are injured in front of Gorrus, and you can see from where you are, if you have a peer around the bell, in fact, you will be able to see, actually, you can see other soldiers running towards Sot Rue. I believe I said 2 at that point when we...
I think you said 4.
was it 4?
I
It
thought
was
it was
2,
4.
2 at the front and 2
Yeah.
behind then. I couldn't remember how many I'd said.
I was going to walk outside, and as I'm walking outside, obviously this bell goes off and brings the shit out of my ears. Jesus! Oh, Gorrus, can't you? Why are you doing that so loudly in here?
Farven!
Oh, And then Farven walks outside, stands behind Sot Rue. He looks up in the air, and he says, "Observer, take note. I did not cause this, nor have I injured anyone." And I sit down and start meditating.
Next to me.
Behind you.
Oh.
kind of in a doorway and you're in front.
Right, okay. Raven, it's your turn. There are 2 people in front of Gorrus who is between you and them.
I mean, potentially, soldiers could just come, like, ad infinitum, right? Because it's a big old
You're in the
castle.
middle of a castle, yeah.
So, how close am I to Gorrus?
Let's say you are about 5 feet, but he is in between you and the soldiers in front of him.
Gorrus, do you think we should make a run for it?
No, stand bravely and fight.
How many soldiers do we have to fight in the immediate vicinity?
2. There's just 2.
Okay.
As they're there, you hear the cry of the guy laughing on the floor, just saying, all we wanted to do was protect the bell. Look at what's happening now. Look at all this. Isn't it amazing?
He's taking it well.
Did he say all we wanted to do was protect the bell?
Yes.
I say, what are you protecting it from? Inspections?
He is just... yeah, inspections. Inspections! And he just goes into fits of laughter on the floor.
Quick insight check to see if the bell's got inscriptions or markings or a plaque saying what it does or why it's there.
Yeah, roll it.
15?
You can't see anything obvious from where you are there. It doesn't appear to be anything there.
Okay. So if I wanted to fight someone, I could hit someone right now, I guess.
Yeah, you could move up next to Gorrus, or you could use a ranged weapon next to him.
I'm move up next to Gorrus, and that means if I do hit, I get extra damage. And I will go for the person on the left. Left-handed.
Okay. Yeah, that guy. Yeah.
Fuck. It's not going to hit. It's 11 to hit.
Okay, the guy on the left is one with a bit of a scraggy beard. Yep, that's not a hit. He manages to get a shield up out of the way and blocks your rapier strike. It's now the turn of the soldiers. The 2 run a double movement towards you, Sot Rue. Then 2 further behind, they also make the same movements. There's 4 people on the rampart in front of you.
How many people can fit across the width?
2.
Of the rampart? Oh, so it's only 2 at a time. That can
Yeah.
fit through. Okay.
Yeah. The 2 standing next to Gorrus both make an attack. Ooh, that's a 12 and a 20.
2 standing next to Gorrus.
Yeah, 2 at the top of the stairs.
Okay. Oh, sorry. We're on
There's
Sot
2
Rue,
inside
so I
and 4
thought
outside.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about those ones.
Gorrus, yep. Something 5. 65, I believe that's just max damage. The The 12, I assume, doesn't hit.
No. Of course not.
Oh, in fact, why am I rolling that? You take 12 damage.
A 12 doesn't hit, but I take 12 damage.
From the guy that rolled a 20.
Oh, right. You should, let me know these things.
I did.
You just told me take 12 damage.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I said he rolled a 20.
I knew what was happening.
Oh, right, sorry.
But then again, I was more...
Sorry.
Oh, gosh.
You just say, and then
Yeah, no, that's why I just said. That's why I've been on my...
Right. So with that, I mean, this guy jumps up, kind of like 300 moment, jumps up, stabbing down towards the frog.
Oh, fuck's sake.
How much health do you have in how much damage is that? 12?
12 would be about a quarter of my health.
Right,
roughly.
okay. He comes down, it rakes down the left side of your arm. Not a critical strike, but this is a bloody, horrible attack. And as he does that, he just shouts, "For the bell!"
Oh, fuck.
And with that, I think we'll leave this episode there.
We may be on the wrong side of this battle.
I'm not!
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.
The Formal Gamer, podcast for those with exquisite taste.